Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto. Hope you're having a good one. So let's start with Jim the Flip Flop Cramer. You know how much I love that guy. Yeah, right. Anyway, so he says that he would be selling his Bitcoin into this rally. And I'm sitting back and I'm going, why, nitwit? Where the hell would you put your money? In a bank? Are you serious? No, dude, I would not be selling I'm going to tell you, I'm not selling my crypto, especially not Bitcoin. And why is that? Because while money is being printed to actually save these banks or take over banks or whatever it is, because it's a bailout. I don't care what anybody tells me, it is a bailout. What I'm looking at is holding on to my crypto and enjoying this nice ride up and actually using my DCA strategy to have bought in on that dip where some people say, oh, you shouldn't have bought in. Not like Cathie Wood. Cathie Wood's like, she's not surprised by this crypto rally. And why is that? Well, I don't know. Maybe because it's decentralized, it's transparent, and it's auditable, something banks don't seem to be able to do, right? And she's saying, listen, regulators have been doing enforcement against crypto for a while now, and look at what happened over the weekend. It wasn't crypto that failed. It was the banking system that failed. So the whole idea around this fear, installing fear around crypto, it just got turned on its ear in a big way, in a very big way. All right. I'm also looking at DCG saying, because obviously DCG is looking for different banking partners and everything. And they've got notes out to, banks like HSBC, Santander, JP Morgan, Bank of America, and banking firms seem to be willing to work with crypto, although they might have muted services such as maybe no wire transfers or no ACH transfers. Anything that would take, those deposits out of the banks quickly is something that, is being looked at. But imagine if you've got to maneuver money. I mean, if I've got to maneuver money and a partner wants fiat over crypto, I'm going to have questions about that. I'm going to scratch my head about that because the fastest way to move money actually is crypto. It's not Swift. Talking about Swift, quick note, Swift has been testing CBDCs and they say that the tests have been running well and that there's definitely legs to having CBDCs. And I'm sitting here and I'm going, of course they would. Of course they would. Right? Because they have a vast network of 11,000 banks, and different countries involved in their Swift network. So it's kind of a big deal that you would be able to see CBDCs work within their system, within their environment. It tells countries that, hey, go ahead and develop your CBDCs. We've got an infrastructure here. Just remember, what's a CBDC? It's a state-owned crypto, basically. At least that's the way it works in my head. It's a simple answer, and you can actually see it. So I'm sitting back and I'm going, yeah, okay. All right, I can see it. I could definitely see it. I could also see the world moving toward crypto and looking at CBDCs and kind of going, it's digital fiat. Sometimes you might have to move it, but as the world adopts crypto, I don't know. I don't know that creating yet another crypto, even though it's state-owned, I don't know, especially since a state-owned crypto means that they control it. Literally, they can make your money mean nothing. So I have an issue with that. Looking at Coinbase, Coinbase is out there actually thinking about developing banking features specific to crypto. And this is on the heels of Kraken. I told you last week, Kraken is about to come out with Kraken Bank. And it's going to be a neobank. What's a neobank? Basically a branchless bank, a digital bank. And with, focused services to a given industry, it could be successful, like crazy successful, okay? So if Coinbase was to do this, remember who Coinbase is backed by, all right? That could be a crazy big deal if they got into that. So imagine Kraken, Coinbase, you'd be looking at Kraken Bank, Coinbase Bank. They already, flip your money for you, right? They're already your on-ramp and off-ramp for fiat. Fiat to crypto, crypto back to fiat. So, you want to know who else? Who has not said a word, but I could actually see that happening with? Block, because they have Cash App. And I'm looking at Cash App as a quick way to on-ramp money. You could go in there, buy some Bitcoin, flip that Bitcoin over to your wallet and do whatever you want to do with it, flip it back, go get fiat. I'm sitting back and I'm looking at them and I'm going, that could be a possibility. Any exchange, any centralized exchange could and should probably be looking at becoming a neobank. Just saying, that could be huge. That could be really, really huge. Now, I just can't get it out of my head that the closure of Signature Bank was not because the bank was failing. I've been trying to do research on, okay, so what's the problem? So it sounds like maybe there were some, shenanigans going on. I'm sitting back and I'm going, but what shenanigans? What shenanigans? I haven't heard any specifics around it. So many people are actually speculating that Signature Bank was taken over and closed to send a message to crypto, the Cryptoverse. And I'm sitting back and I'm going, that's interesting. Now, I'm not necessarily one to speculate all the time, but isn't managing your money speculation? Anyway, I started considering that and I said, wow, what if it was? What if it was a perfectly timed taking over of a bank? And that bank happens to service crypto. Now, Signature Bank had been, moving away from crypto for a minute, limiting transactions to $100,000 and above. That means they were looking for institutional level transactions only. So what happened? That's what I'm thinking about so what happened there? And if Signature Bank was having a problem, don't you think some serious details would come out about it? I mean, you're already getting details about Silicon Valley Bank, right? CFO or somebody there. I think the CFO was involved in Lehman Brothers, and so you could see the failure coming. They had a whole bunch of bonuses come out on Friday. So there was a lot going on. There's a lot of news around that, but I'm not hearing the same level of detail around Signature Bank. So I don't know. I really don't know. Anyway, you know what we should do? We should get to the numbers, because the numbers are actually spectacular today. And the reason why I say they're spectacular is because, well, everything's back up. Right? I want you to think about this. This is the whole reason why crypto was created, was to defend yourself against the banking system, which is basically, rigged against you. If you're a regular person, you didn't come from money, you weren't born with a silver spoon in your mouth. This is why. This is why a bunch of rich people, got into trouble, and now they're being bailed out again. So something to consider. But if you look at the numbers as they are now, I just refreshed this I want to say 7 minutes ago. You can see there aren't that many losers. You want to see who the winners are? There's Bitcoin up 11%. And we all know that Bitcoin is actually up something like 20%. But we're just talking about in the past 24 hours, this is the percentage that it's up. Yesterday, between yesterday and now, I believe it's up like 18, 20%. In other words, it has busted through that 23,417 number that I keep talking about, and we'll get to that in a second. But I'm looking at this and I'm saying, all right, so who else is on here that I'm actually paying attention to? Blur is up 28%. Holy moly! 24 hours. In 24 hours, it's up 28%. Again, I keep telling people, do your own research. Do your own research, because if you look at the fundamentals of some of these companies and some of these projects, you can sit there and you can say, oh, wow, I can see how this is going to survive. I can see how this is a viable business. Not just the coin itself, but the strategy of the business. What's going on there? Well, Blur is proving that they've got legs, up 28%. And look at this. They're only ranked 153rd on the list. That's something to think about. OKB, ranked number 25, is up 17%. Okay, so those are names that I'm paying attention to, and I'm sitting back and I'm going, wow, look at Optimism, up 13%. Remember, it had been down for a little bit, but they're up 13% right now. Oasis Network up 12%. Phantom up 12%. Nexo up 12%. These are things I'm paying attention to. OKC up 11%. So things that we could be paying attention to. And I wanted to bring this to your attention. Look at how Ethereum is burning. It's quiet. Like, people don't talk about this that much, but you're nearing 63,000 ETH burned. Less supply. The value of ETH is going to go up. Right now it's at 1695. It's right there at 1700. Are you serious? So yes, I'm hyped on crypto. I know what my company is doing in crypto. I know what other companies are doing in crypto. And more importantly, in the broader Web3 space, I see what's there. I see what's coming. This is why I pay attention. I was on a call yesterday and somebody asked me, well, what's the, Metaverse Standards Forum? And I got into it and I started telling him about what that is. And he was like, wow, that's really forward thinking. I said, yep, it is. There are a lot of companies involved, more companies than what you think. Do your own research, dig in. Dig in. And I mean into the research. It's all right there at your fingertips. Don't be afraid of it. The Fear and Greed Index. Do you see that? Last week we were at like what, 48, 49. This week we're at 56. DeFi Llama, yeah, we had going all the way down to like what, 40 something or 50 something. Now we're back up to 65 in total value locked. Bitcoin, again, watch my crosshairs. This is what I'm talking about. Do you see this? This right here, that blue line, that is low that I keep saying that we have to be above that line for a sustained amount of time before I believe that we're going to go above this line, which is 25,210. Okay? And I've been correct so far. In my thoughts, I have been correct. So we didn't, we couldn't sustain that long. We dipped below here, tried to fight back, kept dipping, riding line, came back a little bit, and then we fell. And then all this stuff happened with the banks, and we fell again. And then people started coming to their minds and started going, wait a minute, crypto is not banking. Crypto is not banking. And then what happened? It started shooting up again. I want you to think about this. Do your own research when it comes to this stuff, please. Please. All right, get educated in crypto. Don't let people tell you, don't let the government tell you that crypto is bad. If you do your own research and you think crypto is bad, awesome. I will respect that. But if you're going off of what somebody tells you, don't do that. If you're going off of what somebody tells you and crypto is positive, crypto is great, no, don't do that. Do your own research. Be able to have conversations about it. Learn something. Dig in on research. It can only help. Knowledge is power. Dead serious. It's one of those things that when you're a kid, you hear it and you're like, oh, yeah. When you get older, you start to realize and you really get into it. Knowledge is actually power. It really is. Let's see if we can get a bigger picture here. It always takes a long time. Oh, my God. I hate that. And it's no matter what browser I use, it's always like that. Let's go to the list for it. And I have to log in. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. It's all right. It should be quick. All right. Did this one come up yet? And it's still not up. There it is. Finally. It's killing me. It's killing me. Come on, guys. Let's get it. Let's get it together. Let's get it together. Anything? Oh, it's coming in. All right. Here you go. Let's get rid of these ads. Don't need that. Let's get rid of the news. All right. Look how high up right here in picture form. Bitcoin up 24,698, Ethereum 1675. I mean, you're looking at really high movers. Bar is up, and they had been down because they were exploited, but they came back. XRP is up a little bit, except XRP is operating within a range. I don't know if you're paying attention to this, but their range is like 33 cents to 41 cents. That seems to be the range that it's operating in right now. But there's a tighter range between 36 cents and 38 cents that it likes to be at right now. And that's only because of what? It's only because of the lawsuit that's going on with the SEC. I think that's going to go away this year, and then you're going to see XRP go up. And I think XRP is going to go up no matter what. I really do. Yes, I am holding some XRP. Absolutely. Even Solana is up. It was in the teens before. It's up a bit. Filecoin is up a bit. Near is up a bit. VeChain is up a bit. I like VeChain. I am holding VeChain. Matic is up. I love Matic, which is Polygon. Anyway, this is what I will say. Do your own research, especially with what's going on right now. Okay? Really, seriously. And the reason why is the more educated you become in how to manage your own finances, it becomes a big deal. Okay? Let's suppose all of a sudden overnight you hit the lottery. You want to know why most lottery winners lose all their money? It's because they don't know how to manage money. All right, they don't understand how things work. For example, the FDIC will guarantee or insure up to $250,000 if you have the right account. Well, if you want $1 million, what do? You're gonna have to divide that money against 4 or 5. I prefer 5, even though 4 works up, because you get that 250 mark. I prefer 5, right? It's more work to manage that money, but it's more control for you. All right. This is what the rich and wealthy have to deal with on a daily basis when it comes to that. Pay attention to what's going on. Don't sleep on certain things. All right? Do your own research. This is Eddie J on Crypto. I hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.